Hello, everybody. Wait, do I have this turned off? No, I got to turn it off there. Hey, I am Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and this is Claire, and welcome to another classic,
soon to be classic edition of the Homestead Network Live.
No, not network.
Oh, sorry.
The Big Family Homestead, and guess what? I have the list. Oh, wow. I have to tell you, I have never been nervous. Tonight I'm nervous because I'm in charge. That's really strange. So welcome. Claire, you want to take over?
Sure.
Here you go.
Okay. So, all right. What we're going to talk about is... Wait, do we do channel shoutouts first?
No, not yet. No, we just say, hey, everybody, and we're just going to...
You just told me to
See, I'm here every week, but Brad is the best at this. I am just not good at this. So, anyhow. Sorry, we were really loud. It was probably the explosion for Greenacre Homestead. Brad is not here, as you can see. He is homesick. He can barely talk. And it has hacked up probably 3/4 of his lungs already.
He's not quite as boisterous as normal.
No, definitely not quite as boisterous as normal. Yeah. So how are you, Claire?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah? How was your week, Claire? Let's talk about you, Claire.
My week was good, Mom.
Yeah?
Yeah. I went hunting a couple times.
Yeah.
We only saw one deer, and it was right when the sun went down, so I couldn't see it through the scope, and it started to run away, and it just couldn't have gotten it. But
I wonder if you didn't see those deer because of the perfume you wear.
It didn't. It was right at the pile. It was eating all the corn, and it was there for a good 20 minutes while we were trying to get everything ready. Because it was right at dusk, and we started to put everything away. And then it came, so we were like slowly trying to get it back out. And then once I was in position and I was ready to go, but then it was just too dark. And I was like, this would not be good if I shot it in like the leg.
No, because then you'd have to chase it in the dark.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
So,
well, good. It's too bad that you guys didn't get a deer this week. Hunting season's almost over, right?
Well, next is black powder. And then bow season's still going on.
Right, bow season goes on for a couple more months.
But I don't have a bow license.
No.
Or a good bow.
You don't have a bow.
And do we even have a black powder gun?
No.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm done for this year, but I'll get one next year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyhow, so I hope that all of you had an amazing, blessed Thanksgiving this past week. We did. We were able to just stay at home and have a good time and talk to David and his wife on FaceTime a lot.
Pretty much all day.
All day, and Wednesday night, showing them how to make Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. No, Brad is not running the computer. I'm running the computer. So if there's anything wrong, it's my fault.
Yeah.
He is actually at home on his iPad making comments. So
he's the troll slayer right now.
He is the troll slayer right now because Claire is not on it at the moment. So anyhow, we will talk more about that. Why don't you say hello to a bunch of our fellow folks here. You got to change that to live chat, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Butterfly Enterprises, I will go hunting next year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, hello, Prepsteader Bob, Tim and Alicia, Butterfly Enterprises, Colleen Perkins, Melanie, Glenn Anderson, Bumblebee Junction, Lizzie.
Gwen. It looks like.
Gwen, yeah.
Gwen.
Captain Jesse, and Thinking of Others, and Goose Landing.
Goose Landing. Awesome.
And, I have a few comments. One, we are a very family-friendly show, so keep it clean. Some kids watch. Mm-hmm. And two, if you have any specific questions that maybe aren't pertaining to what we're talking about, or maybe are, make sure you put that in all caps because it's harder to see if it's not.
Yes, questions please in all caps. That way we can see them easily.
Yes.
Okay, so what else have we been doing this week besides Thanksgiving? We moved chickens.
I wasn't there.
You were not there. You went hunting. But Brad and Hope and I moved chickens.
Yeah, they moved them because if you haven't seen the video, there's a video where when we were first moving here, we were trying to figure out the best spot for them, and there's like an extension on the back of the barn. Right next to the silos, it was like an extra room that was added.
It's a silo room.
Yeah.
It's where they would go and get all of the feed, out of the
Yeah.
silo and turn on the things, whatever they're called, that spin
the spinny deals.
The spinny thingies.
Yeah, and then so that's where we had it, but I mean, the barn is not like the best insulated in that room.
The silo room is not insulated at all, and it's got lots of gaps and holes. There is lots of spots where the wood is rotting away, and the wind comes through. It's wicked wind. So I mean, it's like 10 to 15 degrees colder in the silo room, as opposed to in the barn where we can close it off a bit more, where it's not as windy.
Yeah, so we moved them into one of the stalls.
Mm-hmm. One of the big stalls there.
And I think that's better anyway because it's closer to the bigger animals, so some of that heat will transfer over.
Definitely. It's made it a lot easier. The chickens, I think, are a lot happier because there's in that stall, there's part of it is dirt and part of it is concrete.
Mm-hmm.
So they are able to scratch in that dirt, where in the silo room it was all concrete and they didn't have that option. So here it's a lot nicer, and so I think they're gonna really like it. Well, I know they really like it, but what was I saying? So anyway, another animal update is Macy is pregnant, and she's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
She almost doesn't fit in the stanchion anymore.
I know. We have to really be careful closing up that gate because it kind of squeezes her sides in, and so yes, Butterfly Enterprises, we do still have the guineas. We moved them out to the barn next to where the chickens are, and they are growing really well. And we actually have a heat lamp in there because I don't have a chicken water heater yet, so that heat lamp is keeping that water from freezing. So what?
Read Dad's comment.
Been busy? Been busy, mate?
Been busy, have you?
Busy,
and then somebody
little
said
people.
Claire looks like Japanese.
That's funny.
Okay, I cannot help that my skin is a little bit, I don't know.
I don't know. She just has Asian looking eyes, and we don't have any of that in our lineage.
No,
I guess. No. So
somebody asked how the guinea hens are doing, and they are slowly getting louder.
They are getting louder.
I didn't know what noise that they would make.
It makes like a honking noise almost.
And when I went out one morning, I thought that there was something wrong because they made it. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, they were cheeping like normal little chickens do, but now they're starting to make this almost honking sound. It's really, really strange.
Mr. E is doing great.
He is doing really well. He did go a couple of days where he didn't want to eat. Of course, that was right after we banded him, and then pretty much at the same time, we switched him to milk replacer, so he was not really enjoying that at all. But he's back to normal.
And every time I go out in the morning, he's making a bunch of noise because I go out and milk in the morning unless I'm busy that day, and then Hope comes out and feeds him. Yeah. And it's just really funny because I'll go out there and he thinks it's time for food, and he'll just start bellowing, and it's like, dude,
it's so
you gotta
funny.
be patient.
He is, yeah. That's funny.
So.
Okay. Let's see, what else? So all the calves are doing great. Dottie and Turbo and T-Bone, they're all growing. It's funny because Turbo looks like a mini fat cow. I mean, he's just wide and he's so big, but he's still really short. So I'm hoping he'll grow up and, grow into his wideness. It's really comical. Let's see what else. Oh, Puzzle. He actually is not biting as much as he had been.
No, he doesn't bite me anymore.
No, he's gotten a lot better, and we haven't even gotten him gelded yet because the things have not dropped yet. That's a nice way of putting that. So, okay, Claire, you have a question there from Alicia.
Okay, Alicia says, how are hats for vets going? Did you give them away? And I have not, because the person that I keep wanting to talk to, that is
busy.
He's a manager at like a really big veterans place. I think it's a park.
It's called High Ground, yes.
Yeah.
He's the executive director.
And they're good friends of ours, but every time I go to church, he's not there, or he's going to a different service, and so it's really frustrating because I'm like, ugh, and I keep thinking about it on Saturday, and I'm like, oh.
Well, we just need to probably get him on the phone.
Yeah, I just need to call him and be like, I am coming.
Yeah.
So.
Jilly Girl's asking if we have Native American blood. From what my mother told me, we do, but I don't know for sure. I don't know what kind, so we'll have to figure that out. Oh, yes, I do have Brad's explosion button. Here, let's see. Ready? Turn your volume down. Wait, no, that's not it. There we go. There, how is that? Takes me a second longer than it does Brad. So one of the main, you know what else we've been doing this week? The house got decorated.
Oh yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
We got our tree up.
Mm-hmm.
We got all of the stockings up. I helped with that.
Yep.
And just hope, okay.
The little houses.
Every couple of years, one of the kids like inherits wanting to put up all of our Christmas houses, because that's just something that we always do. It's cute, it's fun.
Yeah, it's been mainly Jonathan's job.
Yeah.
But with him working so much, we kind of just moved it on to the younger kids.
And Hope really took the reins.
Over.
I never really had an interest in putting it up. It just wasn't something that I really wanted to do. But Hope, she just took charge, and the other little kids helped her, and she loves it. It looks really great. She
did a really good job. She put some on the bookshelves in the dining room and made a awesome little town. And then upstairs, as you go up the stairs, there's two shelves, I guess, along the stairs. And she put some houses on either side of those and put some Christmas lights behind it, because we don't have any of those lights that go into the houses, because we ran out of them. But yeah, she put Christmas lights on there, and it just looks so pretty. Yeah. She did such a good job with that.
And then Rhonda was asking, I haven't been on in a bit, and I was wondering why you do the 5-minute countdown. We do that because YouTube is a little bit slow at sending notifications. So if you have that notification bell, it's really nice, because that means you have 5 minutes to really get on and have some time.
It allows a lot of people to get in here and get on to the chat. So now the main thing I think that has happened this week, other than Thanksgiving, is I'm obsessing again.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's real bad.
And and I always swear that I don't have OCD, but I really kind of think I do.
She does.
I really do. So with this bus conversion, my head is just exploding with ideas on how we can set things up and make it flow right and make it functional, and there's enough storage, and there's enough space for everybody. And so that is what I've been working on pretty much since after Thanksgiving. I've watched 50 or 60 videos
already.
Yeah, in the last few days. Yeah, I've been on scouring Pinterest, and pretty much nothing else has gotten done. So
I mean, I remember when we first got the bus, and it took a few days for you to kind of like get into that mode.
Yeah.
Her mojo.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to say, okay, this is really going to happen. I need to get focused on this. And so.
And then I remember the night we were sitting, and I think I was watching a show, and Dad was editing a video, and you were doing whatever it is. You were just sitting on the couch next to me, and you kept like telling me to pause the show.
Look at this.
I was like, what do you need?
Look at this.
And she's like, look at this, Claire.
Look at this.
This is a great idea. And I'm like, this is great, Mom.
This is so cool.
And it just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, so I think, I don't remember, Brad, tell me if it's tomorrow or the next day. I know we did a short little video just talking about the design, the preliminary design. It's coming out in the next day or so. But I'm really excited about this. This is going to be loads and loads of fun. We're not going to scrap everything in the bus that's there. We're going to reuse a lot of that stuff. We can't reuse the seats, of course.
Yeah.
You know, because those are not really, you know, those are not bus worthy for this particular type of bus. Oh, it's coming out tomorrow.
Okay, we have a quick Thrive question.
Yes.
Thank you, because Galinda Wright asked if she could ask a question on here if it wasn't appropriate, and I said absolutely you can ask. And she said, "Thank you. I am a consultant, and I'm sad they are discontinuing the flour. My question is, have you tried the gluten-free, and can I use it the same as the white flour in recipes?"
Galinda, I have to apologize. I have never used gluten-free flour. A friend of ours actually, I think, used it, and they really liked it, and I think she uses it in place of white flour.
Yeah.
But I cannot remember who that was, so I can't say yes or no. And I am sad that they are discontinuing those things as well. They're moving more to a natural product
As opposed to
as
like
opposed to
self-reliant kind of
yes,
thing.
as opposed to a self-reliant food storage kind of thing. This food still lasts 25 years on the shelf, but it's they're just changing the things that they're going to be selling and marketing. So no, Brad has not been banned. He's sick at the moment, so he is at home.
Bumblebee Junction is saying, I think we all just want to know, will there be a disco ball? And I think we really need to have one. Even if it's like a small one, but like a good one, we can.
Disco Stew approves, Brad says. Yes. I think the bus will have a disco ball. Okay.
My only request for the bus was about the bunks. I was like, can we have, in most tour buses, they either have like a flap or a curtain. And my only request was that it had like a black curtain, and you know they have the metal bar, and then you can like any color.
It'll be dark, but it won't be black.
But that was my only request because I've always thought those are so cool.
Yeah, no, that was the plan, because initially Daddy and I thought that we would put a door before the bunks, so that way the whole back end of the bus would be dark. But we've decided a different way, so each one of the bunks will have a curtain.
Yay!
So yeah. So now the next thing is decide, do you want the top, the middle, or the bottom bunk?
Dude, I'm short. It's got to be the middle.
Okay. Actually, no, Brad, you cannot have a 50 cal on the roof. Sorry.
Why not?
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sorry. Let's see. You got that? Okay. All right. So what's next?
Shout out time.
So we were just talking about the Thrive gluten-free flour. Let's go ahead and talk about that really quick. The Black Friday sale does end tomorrow night. Probably midnight, I would imagine.
So you got to get your stuff.
You got to get your stuff. And to those who have ordered, thank you. That helps us extremely a lot. So that was not a very grammatically correct sentence, but
I mean, honestly though, the stuff is great quality. It's not like something you just get off the shelves and it's like, yeah, this is a canned thing of dried fruit from Walmart. No, it's really good quality. It's fresher than most stuff that you buy in the store, and I mean, I know our lives have changed dramatically since we started eating it. I mean, I really grew to even love like vegetables and fruits even more. I mean, I already loved them, but you learn to love them in a different way, and I think that's something that everybody should have the opportunity to get. And a lot of comments come, well, it's expensive, but if you think about the amount of food in there, yes, it's dried, but if you rehydrated it all, it'd be actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's super fresh. I mean, it's fresher than the stuff you buy at the store, because what they do is they pick it at its peak ripeness and they freeze dry it right then and there. It's not sitting on the shelf for 6 months to a year before you get it.
And sprayed with the proper color.
Exactly. So, you know, the stuff, the food is absolutely delicious. I made dinner in 15-20 minutes tonight, and I used the tomato powder and the broccoli. It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And I made this creamy tomato pasta dish that had, of course, bacon and chicken in it. It was delightful, but it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yes, Katie did. Yes, you're being a consultant with Linda's Pantry does help us. So yes, thank you very much. Okay, so let's move on to channel shoutouts. I know we're way behind, and I mean, geez, it's 7:20, and I definitely don't have as much to talk about that
Don't
Brad
worry.
usually does.
I can talk.
Yes, you can talk. You could just hit go. You have one speed.
Go. Okay.
So let's do channel shoutouts. Go ahead. This is the only time that you can go ahead and shamelessly plug your channel, and go ahead and type it now. I'm gonna click this shout out button and see if it works.
I didn't realize I was supposed to be quiet as that was going on.
See, I can't hear that. I'm really hoping. Okay, so go ahead, read some channels since that's you.
Okay. Resistance Chicks, Dorothy Cook. Oh wait, no, answering question. Out of Goshen, You Go Girl. Oh, wait, whoops. Deep South Homestead, Going Batty. Andrea Mills, Freaking Frugal, Living on a Dime, Florida Singularity, Little Baby Tovia. Oh wait, no, that's the same one. Okay, Life in Farmland, Thousands of Roots. Life in the UP, Nomadic Fanatic, Wacky Farm Life, P.S. Bob. Prepsteader Bob. War Drummer, Prepsteader Bob, Living Traditions Homestead. Oh man, it's going too fast. Dave Ramsey, Prepsteader Bob, Mother of Many Horses, Stay Perfect, BFH, PSB, HTW, Tim Farmer, Living on a Dime, Home in the Sticks, Nomadic Fanatic, BFH, Prepper Nurse 1, BFG, Our Half Acre Homestead, Bumblebee Junction, Patriot Nurse, Prepper Princess, Living Tradition, Bubblehead Homestead, Loud Noises, Rusty Nail Urban Homestead. How old are you? I'm 17. Tiny House Prepper, Fouch Family Homestead, Out of Goshen, Linda's Pantry, Lumna Acres, Prepper Princess, You're Doing Good Claire, The Stevens Family Farm, Southern Prepper, World War I, Need a Son, Bobblehead Homestead, Nordic Star Homestead, Andy's Backyard and Shop, Matt's Faith 3, Gildeberg Farm. Come on, people. Catch up to me.
Needs an explosion.
Roots and Refuge, The Frey Life Alaska Prepper. Well,
there. Roy said he needed an explosion.
2 families, so many. The one
Okay.
Prepper Nurse 1.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
I am easier.
No.
I make it easier than you do.
No, you don't. You fumbled more over your words than I ever did.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, huh?
You want to fight?
Okay. You do.
So, our homestead shout out this evening is one.
We need
He's a man of many hats.
Many hats.
Master of many hats, too.
Is he now?
He's got many hats.
Does
some
he?
Orange, some brown, some camouflage. He's the one, the only, Scott W. He's the man. He's the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh
you will all know him by his name. Actually, if you don't know him and if you aren't familiar with Scott W., he is the father to Will at the Weekend Homestead. Great guy, super funny, pretty sassy, but I mean, we get along great that way. So,
yeah, no, he is such a sweet guy. I tell you what, he's
Roy said Claire is better. Thank you.
We are not friends anymore, Roy. Or should I say Ray?
Oh. Okay, so his name is Scott W.
Scott left.
So what I need you guys, he went to go do something. I don't remember what it was. I think it's football night, so.
Oh, well, that,
So,
that's
he just chose football over us. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt.
Not at all.
Single tier.
Yeah.
So I need you guys to go over there and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Watch some of his stuff, support him, and tell him that we sent you.
Yes.
So I'm going to put up the link again.
He does a lot. He did a cooking video just recently. And he does a lot of videos in the deer blind, which are fantastic deer blinds. Getting as bad.
She's
bad. I'm getting as bad as Brad with the boom button. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, that is my mom.
Yes.
She's my mama.
Mom. So, okay. It's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
And I must say, we have not turned on our heat one time. I'm pretty happy about that.
Didn't we?
Not at all. We've been using wood.
It's been super warm. It's been lovely.
Yes.
And if you don't know me, which most of you don't know me.
She hates being cold.
But I get cold so easily. Yes, Christa is turning into a Unabomber.
I could be a never mind. I could be a tri-bomber and have it go up 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
That's really dumb. That was really bad.
But yes, so I don't like the cold. So the fact that I've been warm and haven't really had that bitter cold when you come inside, that's just been such a blessing.
Yeah.
Especially after last year, and our bill got super expensive because our wood stove was broken.
Well, it was not, we needed a new chimney. So we had to put a chimney liner, I should say, not a new chimney. We had to put a chimney liner in there, and we had that done. And now we're able to heat the house with wood, and it's heating the house perfectly to where actually almost, it's actually almost too hot in the evening.
Oh, it's
It
perfect.
gets to like
Don't even listen to
77,
her.
78 degrees, and that's almost too hot.
That's like my perfect temperature.
So now, and of course, I do obsess. I like to light the fires and keep it going all day long. And I have this little cart that I use, and I drag it out to the garage, and I load it up with wood, and usually one cartload lasts all day.
Usually.
Sometimes,
Unless you let me do it.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to touch the fire because she puts it out.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm bad. I'm real bad at it. And I mean, I've been shown it's a gift.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
she does
haven't
not
been
have
given
that gift. No.
Luckily, I have amazing people around me that have that gift. And hopefully, my future husband will have that gift.
Yes.
Because I don't. I mean, I could do it if I was in the wilderness. I mean, I feel like...
You could light a fire.
But I'd have to
But you
really...
smother it.
Yeah. I watched, actually... Here's a plug. I watched Prepsteader Bob's video on how to start a fire, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I feel like I can do it now. I watched it because I saw that, and I don't watch a whole ton of like videos or something like that.
She watches weird
I watch
videos.
like Christian YouTubers, and that's fun for me. But
millennials.
Yeah, no, but I saw his video come up in my feed, and I'm like, yep, this is the video I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, everything makes sense now. My life is complete.
Yeah, Prepsteader Bob says pyromania is not a gift.
It is a gift.
It's not.
It's a gift.
You just need to know how to do it. But yeah, no, I love doing it. I love being able to create fire for my family and keep them warm. So I have a process on how I do this, and but I know I really don't like when Brad goes down there because he messes it up too.
What's funny though is she goes through stages. She will like obsess about wanting to do it herself, and then there will be some times where she puts in a small jab like, hey, well, why aren't you lighting the fire? Yet she does not.
I say that?
You have said it a couple times.
No, I haven't.
And then you'll be like, well, it's your job. But then you don't realize that you never let Dad light the fire anyway.
He doesn't do it right.
Yeah, it's just, it's funny because...
So we've been using slab wood, which, yes, we go through a lot more of it faster, and we're getting ready to, we had 3 stacks in the garage. We're down to a stack and a half. So, and now these stacks are taller than me and probably 12 foot long. So they're pretty big stacks. So we're going to have to start dragging it from the machine shed and stacking it up in the garage. Yeah. So that's going to, before it gets really, really cold, I want to get that done.
Yeah.
So that's probably next week.
Yeah.
And I think next week we're probably going to be taking the bus to get it unwrapped, which is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And then we're probably going to start pulling stuff out of the bus.
Yeah.
Next week.
Rosalie is saying, Claire, you should basic the survival skills before you really need them. And I mean, I have it in my brain.
It's just functionality.
Yeah.
You're just actually doing it.
And I think really in the moment, it's really hard for people to fully be prepared. I think to a certain extent, like you can be prepared as you can be with knowledge and with practice and with actions. But when you're put in that life and death situation,
you have to have, you may know it, but you have to put it in practice.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I mean, because a lot of times people freak out. And that's one of the biggest issues is people get so stressed out and so worried, and that's how people die. Because you have to stay calm in those situations, which I'm not good at, but I'm just making a comment because you know it, but you have to really believe it.
Oh, Doreen, that's a great idea. An electric heated dog bowl would work for the guineas. She says chickens, but we've already got a water heater for the chickens. But that's a really good idea for the guineas.
Yeah.
Now somebody was asking what slab wood. Slab wood is when the what is the place called that cuts the wood? The lumber yard.
Yeah.
They take a log and they cut off the rounded edges to get that smooth, straight board. And that's the slab wood. So sometimes you can get a chunk this big if it's, kind of a gnarled piece of wood or a knot or something like that. So we actually get pretty thick pieces of wood, but then there's some that are smaller, which is perfect for the kindling. So we'll cut that into kindling and then get our fire started and then put the thicker chunks in there. And it works out great. And then I only have to set one fire at night. I get the wood burner loaded up at night, and that lasts all night. He keeps the sawmill. Thank you. Couldn't think of it. The lumber yard is where they already have the cut wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duh. So anyhow, the house stays pretty warm. Of course, it only gets down into the teens and single digits right now. When it gets down to the negative 10s and 20s, we're gonna have to get up in the middle of the night and load it up, I'm sure, again. But so yeah, I'm pretty much done with the stuff I had on the list.
We could do a Q&A.
Oh, we could do a Q&A.
Do you have any
that questions
would be for her
or for
me or for
Yes. So yeah, please, if you have questions, help us out.
Resistance Chick said, maybe it's been a while since we've seen you, but you got your hair cut. I got it cut a few months ago.
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow it out for the big
for
dance for prom. Because last prom I wasn't able to do a whole lot with it because it was shorter. It was right when I first got it cut. So
yeah. Yes, she does have an emergency kit in her car.
Yes, I have.
She's got an extra coat. She has a blanket.
I have an extra pair of everything for clothes, thermal socks.
Yeah.
And then I've got my first aid kit, and that's got
in your car
everything you can think of.
I've got car kit.
Yeah, my car kit. So if I need to change a tire or if I just need tools, I've got a bunch of tools in there.
She's got a tool kit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Brad. So I needed more content than you think.
Rosalie asked me if I have chosen a college yet, and I have. I have chosen a college. I will not disclose where, but I have chosen a college. That is within the state.
It is within the state.
It's only a few hours away, so that's nice.
Right. Grace's fundraiser is going super fantastic. I think she's only about $100 away from being at her goal. So yeah, I'm sorry, I should have prefaced what this is for. Grace is raising money so that she can, through World Vision, purchase a dairy cow for a family overseas. And the cost of that cow is about $700. No, not about, but it is $700. So she is about $100 away from that goal, and then we will go ahead and order that cow and have it delivered. However that works, I don't even know.
There's a wee little hammer.
Yeah, there's a wee hammer
toolkit. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a toolkit just enough for her to get a small project done. It's not a major project kit.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. It's just screws or screwdrivers and a small hammer, a level, some pliers, things, some ratchets and things like that.
Ratchet straps.
Put that away.
Okay. So.
She's getting texts over here on her phone. She's got to focus. Gee whiz.
Claire, I always thought you and Hope looked like sisters or looked like twins. You're definitely sisters. We do not. I never understood that. We do not look like twins. Well, I look so different than she does.
I called the house the other day, and she answered the phone, and I thought it was you. It was really
strange.
Well,
that's our voice, not our looks.
I know, but you guys have always looked alike.
I mean,
and the older she gets, the more alike
Yeah.
you look.
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm fat, but like she's always been like super skinny like Jonathan.
Mhm.
She was more built like that, and I'm just
Yeah.
built like different.
You're
like,
built like you.
I'm built like me. I'm just
Right.
built a little, stockier, and that's fine. I'm not complaining.
Well-
I'm gonna have easier childbirth than her.
Oh my gosh. Hope is a lot thinner. She is just a beanpole, and
She eats more than Dad.
she does eat more than Dad.
I mean, that's not saying much though,
no,
because Dad doesn't eat that much.
no, but
But
she
she
does
eats
eat
a
a lot
lot.
more than he does, and she will probably be tall like Jonathan, and
Yeah, Prep Center Bob is
Hope is a
saying
cowgirl.
she's more cowgirl. I'm more.
Mhm.
What am I? I'm just me. I'm just Claire, and it's great.
You're controlling mama.
I'm a mom. I'm
She's
a mom.
controlling.
I'm a mom. You're controlling.
What? Whatever. Anyway.
I'm not rushing
As
anything.
Brad falls out of his chair. Oh, yep. Do you have a flash? She has a blanket. Do you have a flashlight?
No,
No? Why not?
because I don't have
How
one.
do you
Is
scroll?
David married? Yes, David is married.
Yes, David is married. And he is married to the girl who rolled our ATV.
Everybody's like asking. Everybody's thinking I'm a mom right now. I'm not
She's
a mom.
not a mom. She's only 17. There is no baby on the way. Not
for many years.
Not for not for many years. Claire is a tiger mom. And Julie, I will wait several years before those grandbabies are on the way.
Yeah,
So I'm too young to be a grandma.
Want to live a little?
I do. I think they're probably talking about David, honey, not you.
Okay, good.
Because he's actually already married.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, David is married, and no grandbabies on the way.
Hopefully not for many years.
Knock on wood. I like I said, I'm too young to be a grandma. And kids, I need to be older and have more gray hair to be a grandma.
You got lots of gray hair, Mom.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so somebody asked another question, so it's not awkward.
All right, Christa, do you have any brothers or sisters? If so, do they share your homesteading ideals?
I'll answer this so she doesn't get bitter.
No, I won't get bitter. No.
I will.
No, I won't. I have one sister, and she does not share the same ideals, the homesteading ideals or Christian ideals or family ideals that we have.
Or just moral ideals.
Or just morals. So, she really does not want to have a relationship with me and my family. So
that's all we're gonna say about that.
That's all
before
we're gonna
she gets all
I'm not.
bitter.
It's honestly, I'm okay with it. I've come to terms with it. I realize who she is, and I don't need that drama in my life.
Save the drama for your llamas.
Save the drama for the mama, right? Isn't that how that goes?
We're gonna choose llamas because you don't need drama.
I like llamas. I don't need drama. I don't like drama.
Okay, so Prep Sitter Bob and who else asked? Somebody asked.
Bubbles.
How's Bubbles? Bubbles is my car. Bubble and I are friends, except she tried to kill me. So
couple times,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Bubbles is doing great.
Yeah.
The front car door won't open sometimes. It won't shut sometimes.
It's really stiff.
Yeah.
I wonder if it just needs to be greased.
Yeah, Mark's gonna look at it.
Okay, good. That's in the other door. I think all the doors need to be greased.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of stiff.
My special friend's dad is good with cars, so he said that he was going to take a look at them, figure it out for me.
Yeah. Tammy's asking, isn't Grace older than Hope? Yes, she is. Grace is she's pretty much done growing, and Hope has just shot right up. But they are, between the three girls, they're all about 22 months apart each. So Grace and Claire are 22 months apart, and what's her name? Grace and Hope are 22 months apart. What are you laughing at?
It's true. It's so true.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Kilted
Bo is
Garner.
a personal heater. Yes.
True.
That is true. That is true. Carrie WD40.
car exorcism.
Yeah.
I almost think so. Actually, I didn't tell you this, so you guys are going to hear this story live, okay? So, I'm sitting at my special friend's house because I don't like the whole, word that people call him.
Her boyfriend.
I don't like to call him that. He's my special friend. He's my best friend. Okay, so we're sitting at the kitchen table, and I'm just talking to their family and everything. We're having a good time, making jokes, laughing, and I start to stand up. Well, I was wearing my thermal socks, which are very slippery if you do not have shoes on. And so I was standing up, and the chair went with me, and the chair slammed on the ground. My foot bent backwards. I twisted my ankle. It was really loud, and so I made the joke. Okay, so your guys' former car tried to kill me. Now the chair's trying to kill me. What's next?
I think now maybe Cody's gonna try and kill you.
Yeah, Cody's
I think it's that family. They just don't like you.
Yeah,
there's just something serious going wrong here.
Yeah.
Yes, we do still have Thumper, Paula. Thumper is alive and well. The rabbit, Thumper.
I know.
Okay, you got this blank stare at me like, what am I talking about?
Just looking at you.
But Thumper is doing really well. We actually had to close her door because she kept jumping out into the living room and chewing on cables. So I had to close up her door.
We want her to live
really sad.
A long, beautiful life. And she's lived a long time. But we didn't want her to die that way.
Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is your second Wisconsin winter. Any anxieties because of last winter? Did you change anything to be ready for winter? Yes, we did. We put in a chimney so that we could not spend $2,500 on propane in a few months, in 6 months. So that was a little ridiculous. What else have we done?
Well, we realized that, well, at least this is coming from my perspective because I have circulation issues.
Yes, you do.
And so it's really, last year I got frost nip.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't frostbite, but it was the beginning stages.
Had little nibbles on her fingers.
Yeah, and they were like waxy, and it was really bad.
Yeah. Because she won't wear gloves when she goes outside.
No, I was wearing gloves at the time when I did get them, but I realized I really need to make sure I have good gloves, something that's going to really keep my hands warm, or have hand warmers, because I found a pair of gloves that actually keep my hands a decent.
Are they $100?
I don't know. I have to ask Mark.
Because that's probably the case.
But I realized I really needed to make sure that I had proper clothing, wear tons of layers. Layers are super important, and last year I was just kind of like, I don't care. And then after I got the frost nip, I realized, okay, Claire, you need to really change your mindset and figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's definitely important. A friend of ours over in England says there is not bad weather, there is bad clothing. If you have bad clothing, you will be cold. And Will over at the Weekend Homestead says wet is cold. Anytime your hands are wet and it's cold outside, it's gonna be even more cold.
It's so true.
So have like a couple of pairs. He uses those real thin, like jersey material gloves, but he keeps several pairs on him and changes them out every so often. So
yeah,
that's really cool.
And then somebody asked, where was it? Is the water in the barn sorted out?
So far, yes. Brad and Prepstetter Bob put a heat, what did he call it?
Heat tape?
Heat tape?
Yeah, I thought it was
I don't know. It's plugged in. There's an orange light there, and it's keeping it from freezing. So so far so good. Now when it gets to middle of January, we will see, because that's when it froze the last time. So I'm hoping that it is just the pipe and not in the ground. I'm afraid that they might have not dug the water pipe from the well deep enough, because the frost line here is about 4.5 feet, and if they didn't dig it lower than that, then it's going to freeze again, and then we'll just have to haul water, and that's life. It's just the way things go. So. Yep.
And then Dawn asked what brand of gloves. They were John Deere.
Oh, were they?
They were like
expensive.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Anything green and yellow is going to be expensive.
Yeah. But I mean, if it works, then it works.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything with John Deere is going to be expensive.
Cat Lover said, Claire, a few years ago, my husband got frostbite when wearing gloves. We were snowblowing for the neighborhood. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was wearing gloves at the time.
It can happen.
You just have to know yourself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't experienced that cold ever.
Mm-mm.
And so when it's negative 20 degrees, since it was our first year, I wasn't quite aware or afraid of it. And I mean, you don't have to be afraid, but you should have a healthy fear of the conditions.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Resistance Chicks are asking, where'd that question go? I saw it over in yours.
How do you keep your animals' water from freezing without electricity? Any ideas? We bury some water containers.
When we lived in Ohio, because I know you guys are in Ohio, we needed to use electric. We tried so many different things. We tried the tires with the insulation foam inside. That froze. We tried water bottles in the water so that the cows, keep that water moving. That froze. We've tried so many different things. Honestly, just run an extension cord, get the lowest wattage of heater, the stock tank heater that you can get. I think that the lowest wattage is 250 watts, and so it's not as much wattage, but run an extension cord. I think that's all you're going to have to do, but anything else? What else?
Ask some more questions, guys. It can be anything on the board that's appropriate and family friendly. Right. So we don't answer the ones that aren't family friendly.
Right.
I just delete and block you.
No, block and then delete. Let's see.
Well, when I block them, it does delete it, so.
True. That is true.
What?
I'm looking back to see if there's any other
Bandana's going to send me some of her mittens.
Oh, she makes awesome mittens.
Thank you.
She really, really does. They're like those ones that
you have.
That I have, yeah.
The ones that are made out
of wool and then the fleece lining, yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, I know. Ones. She keeps stealing my gloves. I made you those gloves, and it's just.
They're not quite warm enough.
I know they're not. They're not wool.
They're frou-frou and they're really nice to wear to church and stuff, and it looks super cute.
But they're not good work gloves.
But thank you. I really appreciate that because that's something that's a constant struggle for me during the winter time.
Yes. Minnie Ducks is asking if our chickens are laying eggs, and yes, they are. We get between 20 and 25 eggs a day. We do still keep a light on, not 24/7, but we turn it on at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it shuts off when it's daylight outside, and then it comes back on at 4 o'clock when it's starting to be dusk, and then stays on, I think, until 9. So they get like 14 to 16 hours of daylight to help that, to help them lay eggs. Let's see. There is another question. Is the truck finished? No, it is not. We have been super, super busy. Prepstetter Bob has been super, super busy. They went on vacation to go see his daughter and son-in-law. And so we've got to get the truck over to our place so that we can heat the garage so that it's easier to work on. It's getting too cold to work on the garage, to work on the truck outside.
Yeah. Cat Lover, a short version of what we went through earlier. Grace's fundraising is going well. She has about $100 left for her goal before we can send the money to World Vision to get the cow, but it's going well. What brand of heavy coats do you all wear? Well, we have some.
We have the Burn.
We have mainly Burn.
It's like Carhartt, but it's a lot cheaper.
But they're still just as nice, in my opinion.
They're nice and woolly on the inside. They're super, super warm. I can wear it with a, right now, when it gets down to like the 10 degrees, I can wear it with a t-shirt underneath, my hat, and I'm fine. Well, and gloves, but.
And when it gets into the negatives for me, what I just do is wear more layers underneath.
Yeah, I wear a sweatshirt underneath.
2 shirts, like generally it's a long sleeve shirt and then a short sleeve shirt and then a sweatshirt and then my coat, and it's fine.
Yeah. It takes a lot longer to get ready for barn chores in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, then I have to wake up a little bit earlier to kind of get the motivation because I know it's going to be in the bitter cold, and I'm like, oh man.
Yes.
As soon as I get out there, my nose is going to just freeze up and it's going to be bad, but.
Yeah, and then it's got frozen snot to your face. Claire, you were being asked if you are attending public school or homeschool. Both, actually.
So I take 2 classes at the high school. I take band and college algebra at the high school. I didn't want to wait. I mean, because I had all 3 credits for math I needed for high school, But I wanted to take a 4th year, that way I wouldn't lose all of that
Yeah.
knowledge. And then I'm taking band because I like band and I like playing instruments. And then the rest I'm doing at home.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So that's working out really well. Yes, Claire is taking Brad's place tonight because he is sick tonight. Oh man, we got 10 more minutes. Yay.
You guys don't understand. Mom was so nervous.
I was really nervous.
She's like, I'm never nervous, but I'm so nervous.
Because I'm in charge of the explosions. Here we go. The explosions. Where is it? I'm in charge. So yeah, I get to blow things up.
So you guys have approximately 7.5 to 8 minutes for you to fully ask some more questions before we kind of wrap things up here.
Yeah. Oh, here. The Woods family decided on the pigs are going to raise Berkshire pork.
I've
heard of Berkshires before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but I have heard of them. So, Claire, what are you playing in band?
Funny.
It's funny you ask that.
I play clarinet originally when I was in public school when I was younger. I started out, but I never really was into it, really. Yeah. And then when we moved up here, I just like, you know what? I want to get back into it. So I started playing the clarinet again because we already had one. And then it just slowly progressed for me playing from clarinet 3 to clarinet 2 to now I play clarinet 1, which is pretty good.
Chair.
And I've only been playing for like solidly like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So that's really good, and I'm really happy about that. And then in jazz band, I play the tenor saxophone. So
Jean Lee says that her dog is barking at our explosion. I'm sorry.
That's so funny. So, so I play the tenor saxophone during jazz band, but clarinet is my main instrument.
Okay. 2 questions here. What do you do for Christmas dinner? What do we do, Claire?
Well, no, not Christmas dinner. For Christmas Eve dinner, we have Christmas meat,
right?
Which is a tradition that we've always had ever.
Right, because what we do is I get it cooking during the day, or I get it prepared during the day, and then we'll go to, or at least, we will go to a Christmas Eve service, and before we leave, I put it in the oven, and that way, then by the time we get home, it is all warmed up, and we've got fresh bread to put it on, and it's a nice yummy meal to have later in the evening.
And then don't we have like ham and stuff on Christmas?
No, we have prime.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And our cow gave us our steer gave us some really delicious looking prime ribs. Excuse me.
I mean, I never remember Christmas Day dinner because that's not as like meaningful to me as eating the Christmas meat.
Right.
I always just that's
right.
it. That's what we have.
Yeah.
Roy asked if any of the kids sing besides Brad. Like
not I mean they sing but not, into a microphone or anything like that. It's, they like to sing, but
at our old church I would sing in
all the kids were in choir.
Youth concert,
the choir
kind of thing, in the choir.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Okay, so Trey is asking if I had to pick 3 Thrive Life items, what would they be? You would pick bananas. What else would you pick?
The apples.
And?
Probably either the peach drink mix, because that stuff is the bomb.
They discontinued that.
I know. And either that or their yogurt bites.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, no. I changed my mind. They have in their snackies. They probably are discontinuing this too, aren't they?
What? No, I don't know.
The little snackies that has like almonds and coconut bites.
No.
Oh, that's good.
That's really yummy.
So bananas, apples, and like the almond coconut bites snacky bag thing.
Right. I would pick the mushrooms, the onions, and probably the tomato powder.
Oh, I want to change my answer now.
No, you can't.
Okay, so that's my like fruity ones, and then my normal food. I love the chicken.
Chicken is
I
good.
love the onions. And what else do I love? I just love it all.
Yeah, I can't. It's really hard to pick 3.
Yeah.
Okay, another question. Is moringa hard to start from seed? Yes, actually it is. The germination rate is really, really difficult. So if you're going to start from seed, start a lot of them, because then maybe you'll get a quarter of them growing. So, let's see what else. I know I missed a couple of questions. Nordic Star is asking, what is Christmas meat? Christmas meat is a roast pork cut up into little cubes with a gravy, but the key is the season packet that you cook into this gravy as it's roasting in the oven, is clove, bay leaf, and peppercorns, and that makes a fantastic smell in the house, and it just makes an amazing flavor.
I would argue that it's almost better than Thanksgiving food. Like, it comes pretty close.
Yeah, it's
Pretty tied.
fantastic. So, let's see.
Jeanette asked, or Janet, I don't know. Anybody in the family hunt? I'm trying to learn to cook deer meat.
You know, Jonathan got a deer last year, but this year we did not. Unfortunately, and I don't know. I mean, we have Jersey meat for beef, and so we don't really need the deer or the venison. So
what was going to happen is if I did get a deer this year, I would help, skin it and do all that stuff, but then it would go to our friends that went with us.
Right. It would go to the family that took you. So yes, bread is with it too. Yeah.
Although I would ask for some venison jerky because that stuff is good.
That I do like the venison jerky. Yeah. So No. He's got a 5-minute countdown. Don't worry.
Yeah, no,
it's fine. Don't worry about that. But okay, we are 3 minutes away. So why don't you end in prayer for us, please? No, it's you. Sorry, pal.
What?
I don't pray in public. Sorry.
Fine. I was just about to ask if anybody had any prayer requests, then I'm like, whoops.
So we are a family of faith.
Wait, no, if I'm leading,
you can be quiet for 2 seconds. We are a family of faith, and we would love for you to stay as Claire closes in prayer for us. Feel
awkward though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Bow your heads and fold your fingers, friends. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for the many opportunities we've had today to just glorify you and to worship you in everything that we do. Help this week to go smoothly and for more of your work to be done, and for the winter to just hold off for a little bit as we finish getting everything ready. Please bless the people that are watching the live show and know that they're so loved and that they have a community around them that is willing to support them and come around them in their time of need. Amen.
Amen.
Break.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so thank you for joining us tonight. I hope it was not a complete train wreck, because Brad's not here to.
Dream.
Oh my goodness. I can't get rid of the Christmas music because it's after Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, she's just got to suffer through it.
Right. Y'all have an amazing evening, and I hope you're all blessed.
And know that you are so loved and so beautiful.
Good night.